Start now.
Can I give a hint?
Sure. Go. So welcome to another episode of the In Your Home podcast. How you doing? This
I market. That's Tony B is happy to.
Would have to be Foreplay Prime.
So how many games? Welcome everybody to another episode of the In Your Home podcast. We are actually going to do something a little different tonight because we have a semi-famous person on the other end that probably a lot of you don't know who she is, and I want to see who can actually guess who she is. So I'm going to give you guys about 15 seconds to guess who she is, and then I'm assuming most of you won't know who it is, and I'm going to start giving some hints that maybe some of you might get. So we'll start now.
Can I give a hint?
Sure. Go. What's the band I was thinking of? But okay, so the we have is this person was on a television show that used to air after The Sopranos on HBO. Next hint would be she's been on Howard Stern, Judge Judy, and has been on the cover of FHM magazine.
Recently, like July.
And the final hint is you could probably find her somewhere in Las Vegas. And that's it. We'll see. Some of you probably got it. Some of you probably didn't. But we're going to let her introduce herself now.
They're probably going mostly I get mistaken for Dolly Parton.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I'm Airforce Amy. Probably the most famous prostitute in the entire universe.
Okay. So
the reason I'm proud of, but that's what it is. It is what it is.
That's what you're known for. So for people who don't know, and the way I know her is back in, I guess it was like the early 2000s, pretty much everybody watched The Sopranos. And after The Sopranos on HBO was a show called The Cat House. Is that what it's called? Cat House. It was basically a show about a legal prostitution house in Las Vegas. And Amy was like the kind of the star of the entire show, I thought.
I never thought
all my friends at the time loved the show, and it wasn't it ranked like one of the highest like documentaries.
It aired as the first show aired as a documentary, and that way we didn't get SAG wages, right? And it was rated and still is the highest #1 most viewed documentary in the history of HBO. But it came on like after the last episode of The Sopranos, so I was like. Everybody watched that, right?
I remember that. Yeah. But the other reason I wanted you on is because I'm a real estate agent in Philadelphia. And I think with the with the use of like TikTok and Instagram, I get like random messages from people who are looking to either rent apartments or get a mortgage. And their job is not like a conventional 9-to-5 job where they're getting like a pay stub every day. And the first couple of times it happened, for example, OnlyFans or like, what's your career? OnlyFans. And like, how do you get a mortgage if like that? So I posed the question in like a reel on Instagram about a year ago. And I was shocked because millions of mortgage lenders were saying, you can do it. There's a way to do it. You just have to like have a tax return and some other things. So it kind of amazed me. So I wanted to, I know you're a homeowner. Yeah. Did you have any sort of like issues with that?
I per se didn't have difficulty, excuse me, because I purchased a home in the same place where legal brothels are legal. So the mortgage lender was on my side. She's like, but I also, in the legal brothels, we get what's called a courtesy 1099. So what that means is I, as an independent contractor, should provide a 1099 to my employer because they get 50% of what I take. But instead, they give us what's called a courtesy 1099, which reflects the 50% that we made it doesn't show the net. It shows the 50% that they gave us because we turn the money in, then they pay us. They pay us back. So we
you
get
get the 1099 at the end of the year?
yeah, we get 1099s at the end of the year. Now
So does
here's
it just have like
a lot of girls, they'll work independent and just come to the ranch for a couple months or a couple trips a year just to get that 1099.
okay.
So
So
they have
like
that.
does the 1099 say like hours worked or does it just have
Oh,
an
it's a
amount that you
1099. I could run and get you one real quick. You know, it's a 1099. It's in my office right here. It's just yeah, I could get it real quick. You want to see it?
Sure, why not?
Hold on,
Let's
give me
do
a
it.
second. Oh, you can see my outfit doesn't match. I look like a Christmas elf.
It's Christmas. Yeah.
I had a different shirt on today, but I put this on for the show. Funny. So these my tags for last year, right?
Okay.
And it should be in here. Oh no, you know what? I did it electronically, so you're not going to see that 10.
Okay. All right. I get what you mean though, but you actually get a document that shows how much
Yeah,
you made.
it's a
Okay.
1099. Like you get a 1099, I think an interest statement. You get a 1099. You get lots of
Okay.
1099. So we get this 1099.
So what would you do if you like? Because watched one of your videos where you said during COVID you couldn't. They shut down everything, and you did OnlyFans. Is there
Yeah,
like a 1099 for that?
there is.
Oh,
There is.
okay.
Yeah. DP Phoenix. Yeah, is who's they provided 1099.
Okay.
Yeah, I think where the gray area comes in is like when you're getting paid Venmo or Cash App, and then you're gonna have to download everything. I don't ever get dinged because I never have money coming in. My money's always going out. I'm always spending money. But something strange. I hear a lot of girls, like weed. You can't. Banks don't won't take on like weed sellers, right, or dispensaries, right, because they're not
Probably.
recognized nationally, federally.
Okay.
So here's something weird that happened in Nevada. I never had trouble with my bank accounts ever, and then just one day out of the, and I ran millions upon millions through this bank account, and one day they were just like, "You need to come get your money because we're close to your account." What? And the only thing they could tell me was, we have the right to close your account just like you have the right to close your account. You can close your account anytime you want, and we can close your account anytime you want. I'm like, that just doesn't sound right at all. Something just was, and I kept getting that canned reply. And I even had one of my best friends, not best friends, but somebody I knew. She was a high-ranking manager at one of the branches, and she told me the same thing. Finally, I got word that it was because my job was not
Okay.
recognized federally. And I'll tell you right when this happened. It happened right after weed got legalized in Nevada. So I imagine the lobbyists were complaining that, well, prostitutes have bank accounts. What can we do? So, but yeah, right after they legalized weed, then they yanked my account. So now I go through a private banking
Yeah.
credit
Interesting.
union. Yeah.
But when you bought your house, did you buy it in cash or a mortgage?
No mortgage. I had
Mortgage.
an unconventional high risk loan. I bought points,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a high interest. But I mean, I had the money to show for it. I had
Yeah.
1099s. I had work. I just didn't have really good credit at the time. Now I have great credit.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
And I
God, I'm sorry. God,
actually right before the interest rates jumped again, I refinanced to like,
before that.
yeah, to like a 2.5.
A lot
But
of
I mean,
people
that's
wish
it
they.
hasn't always been like that for me. I've been around for a long time. It was, I know girls that'll start off with interest rate at 21% or 18% and then refi the next year. So I always tell the girls, I always give a lot of advice to the girls to get a home, get a home, get a home, get a home,
Mhm.
and don't be scared. It's like one of the scariest things you'll do is purchase property.
It
And,
is.
and most of the girls that are starting out where I'm working, no one comes to a brothel to work because everything's rosy. Okay. No one's coming there because their life's just going on great, man. Something's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
Something's going on and they need to fix it quick, you know? So they come there. So, and then we help them, get your credit back, get your credit and get a house, you know,
That's
pay
good.
your taxes, get your credit fixed, pay your taxes and get a house.
Good.
We
That's
do.
good. Okay, so like our podcast is kind of based out of Philadelphia, so we do a lot of Philadelphia stuff. So have you ever been to Philadelphia? And if so, what was your experience here?
I was in Philadelphia once. Like my grandma was from Pennsylvania. She's Pennsylvania, Slovenian, like Melania.
Okay.
Pennsylvania. There's a big Croatian community in Pennsylvania. She was a Steelers fan no matter what. After she moved to Ohio, still a Steelers fan. But yeah, I went through to Philadelphia once. I was a teenage runaway, and I was hitchhiking across the United States, and I saw some scary stuff. It was so frightening. I was so scared all the time, and it was so frightening. But and I went through all over the United States, and man, when I went through Philly, I went through New York City, New Jersey. I went through Philadelphia, and I thought this is the scariest place I have ever been.
Okay.
Except
Get
for
used to it.
Houston, New Jersey, New York City, you name it. I just got that vibe. It scared me.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
think I think you get used to it. I don't know. I'm
I know
used to it
no
at
harm,
least.
nothing against Philadelphians, but aren't you guys still
Yeah.
counting the vote over there? What the hell's going on?
Wait, say that again?
Aren't you guys still counting the vote over there? What's going on?
Not this time. This time I think it was pretty clear. But I
Okay.
know we are still counting the non-presidential vote, I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
what we are too in California and Arizona.
Yeah. So the other thing I thought was interesting, so to work as a legal prostitute in Vegas, they really like test you. You can't have a criminal back. Is that true? Like
Well, here's
they
the
screen you.
thing. Prostitution is actually quite absolutely 100% illegal in Las Vegas.
Okay.
In the county of Clark County houses Las Vegas, and because it has a population over 700,000, it would never be able to license legal brothels unless they changed the state law.
Okay.
So every other county, and then also Washoe County, which houses Reno, which has the second biggest city. Okay, and it does not allow for legal or illegal prostitution. Okay, and in the counties the outlying counties, they opt as to whether they will vote in or vote out actually legal prostitution, because it's a license that's grandfathered in. You can't get another license. They will never give another license out. They'll take them away, and they are privileged licenses, so the county can take it away from you at any time for any reason without explanation. So we have to treat our customers pretty good. We have to be pretty good.
Good
We
people.
have to be good citizens. Good little prostitutes. You know, and
So
so
yeah.
not legal in Las Vegas, not legal in not any of the cities. The outlying counties, some of the counties, they do allow legal prostitution, and the the ladies have to be licensed. The transaction has to take place within a licensed brothel, and actually behind closed doors, which is in the lady's bedroom, which is considered her office. We're not allowed to solicit anywhere outside that office. We can't give prices anywhere online or on the phone or on the street or anywhere except in that room. We can't do it in the bar. We can't do it in the parlor. It has to be in that room. So, I mean, your guess is as good as mine, is if it's more that the brothel wants to listen to the negotiation and make sure nobody's stealing, or make sure that everything is agreed, what is agreed upon for what price. But that's how that goes. And for us to be licensed, for me to get a license, it's more difficult in most cases for me to obtain a legal license as a prostitute than it is to become a cop. We can't have any felonies whatsoever. No, ever. No,
Okay.
no. And sometimes within the last 5 years. No felonies in the last 5 years. I think last 5 years, but no, no charges or offenses. What do you call it? Not charges, offenses. Convictions. No convictions of prostitution, theft, drugs, guns. None.
Strict.
And then you get tested for 5 different STDs plus chlamydia. You get blood drawn for syphilis and AIDS. You get tested for herpes and hepatitis, and you get immunized for hepatitis.
So safer than like people on a dating site.
Yeah. And there's supposed to be no exchange of bodily fluids. And if there's no exchange of bodily fluids, there's absolutely hardly any way that you catch anything. Unless you know.
Okay. So as a
condoms are mandatory with all activities.
Okay.
That makes it pretty foolproof.
As a real estate agent, they do a screening process for all agents, but it's like if something does pop up, there are ways to like make exceptions with letters, or he's a good person now, she's a good person now. And then the people we meet to take the houses are like total strangers off the street that you don't know what you're getting. And there's been like situations. I mean, it's clearly worse for I think for women, but like.
Oh yeah, I watched the ID channel, man.
You were what?
The ID channel. I see. I mean,
Yeah.
like, predators. That's a easy mark.
Yeah, we have an app. It's called Forewarn, and you can like put in a person's name, and it'll bring up their criminal record. And I run a real estate team, and I had somebody on my team who had a client who like went to kiss her at the showing, and then I looked him up, and he had like 75 like bad crimes. And I told her, and I'm like, just get away from him. And then she decided to like get in the car and like go to Atlantic City with him to try to sell a $100,000 house or something. And I'm like, can only do so much. But
wow, yeah. Forewarn. I bet a lot of escorts would like to use that app. I'm going to write that down. Forewarn.
It's called Forewarn. It's pretty good. My friends have me like look people up now just for fun.
Yeah, right. Do you have to be a real estate agent to have it?
I don't think you do, but we get it for free. It might cost money,
okay.
But I don't think it's probably not a lot. Yeah.
We have when I work at the Chicken Ranch brothel outside of Las Vegas now, and when somebody comes in the house, they take their ID card or driver's license and they run it through some type of scanner.
Okay.
And I guess it tells them whether I know for sure it tells whether they've been 86'd from the house before.
Okay.
So you can like 86 somebody.
Does that happen a lot?
Not really. Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Not all money's good money, but most of it is.
All right, we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
You live in Las Vegas. How long have you lived in Las Vegas?
I actually live in northern Nevada, near Carson City.
Okay, so Nevada.
Yeah.
Okay. So how far is that from Vegas?
It's an 8-hour drive and a 1-hour flight.
Oh wow.
So what I do is I fly down. I keep a car down in Vegas, and I just park it like at $3 a day, and then go get my car. Yeah.
So, what was I going to ask you? So, hold on one second. Okay, so there's the top 8 states that people who live in Nevada that are moving out of the state. Where are they going? And in number 1 being the number 1 most frequent place that people are moving to, and number 8 being the least, but a lot of people are still moving there. And
from Las Vegas, out of Las Vegas,
out of Las Vegas.
Okay, I would say number 1 would be Texas.
Texas is actually number 2.
Okay.
You could just give me top 8 states, and I'll tell you.
Okay. Arizona, Florida,
Arizona's number 3. Florida's number 4. What would
Idaho,
it?
Wyoming, Tennessee.
No.
Not Tennessee?
Number Not Tennessee.
Hmm.
Number 1 should be. I feel like number 1 should be easy.
Oh, Utah?
22,000 people moved out of Nevada to this state in the last year.
No
It's not
one's
too far.
moving to California. It's gonna be,
California.
it's gonna be
California.
way. Oh
Yeah.
goodness, that's crazy.
You got 2, 3. Texas. You got 3. Oh no. Yeah. You got 3,
Texas,
4,
yeah,
5. You need
yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
That's Wyoming,
Nope.
Idaho, Utah,
Utah's number 7, and
um,
then
Tennessee.
2 of them are. No, 2 of them are down south though, near
New
Florida.
Mexico? Oh,
Uh,
Oklahoma?
No, I'll just give them to you. You got most of them. Number 5
Missouri?
is Washington.
These liberals.
Number
Go, bye, see ya.
number 6 is North Carolina, and number 8 is Georgia.
Georgia. Okay, I can see Georgia. Yeah, Las Vegas to Georgia is a good.
Yeah, so here in Philadelphia, people are they're either staying here or they're moving to Florida, North Carolina, and Delaware, believe it or not. Yeah, because of taxes, I think that there's no
Yeah.
taxes. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do some more games. These are gonna be hard. All right, or you might surprise me. There are There's a whole bunch of like slogans or what's the word, lingo of Gen Z people that they use today, and I'm gonna give you the term, and you have to tell me if you know the term and what does it mean, or give me an example.
Okay.
And if you don't get it, then I'll try to give you an example because I don't know a lot of these either. The first one would be 8. Like she ate.
8, ATE. 8.
Yeah. Any guesses?
Yeah, almost. It's not tip of my tongue. 8. Like, ate dirt, like bit it, like.
That's what I would have probably said. It's like when you like nailed it, like you nailed the show you're on, or you like wore this dress out one night and you ate it. It was great.
Ate. It was 8. Okay.
It's a popular one today. Next one would be basic. He's so basic.
Vanilla.
Yeah, that's kind of right. Just like,
yeah,
nothing special.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about bet? BET.
Like, yeah, bet. Yeah.
Kind of right. Like if I say, if you say like, let's go to the beach, and I say, okay, bet. It means like, yeah.
You can bet on it. Yeah, bet. That's a good bet.
How about bougie?
Diva.
Diva, someone that's like,
like rich, like spoiled.
Yeah, or pretending to be rich and just wearing stuff and wanting to look rich. How about bussin? BUSSIN.
I know what that means. It's like bringing it on.
It's like exceptionally good. Like she was bussin'.
Busting out.
How about cap? CAP.
I
think that's what I said the first time someone. It's used oftenly. People say like no cap.
Oh, cap would be accentuated. No cap. On cap would
Kind
be
of. No cap would mean like you're not lying. You're like you're
yeah.
telling the truth.
Okay. Capital.
Um,
Capital.
how about cringe?
Gross.
Like if somebody does something and yeah,
Yeah.
gross. Yeah, it's a good one. How about drip?
Oh, jewelry.
Jewelry or like really nice stuff that they
Yeah.
wear. Delulu.
What is it?
Delulu. Delulu.
Designer wear.
No, it's like someone who's like delusional or like does something that's
Okay.
crazy and like or you stay away from it. How about era? ERA.
Louis Vuitton.
How about era? ERA.
Um. Uh. Like
You're
top.
in your what is it?
You're top of the line. Like nailing it for.
It could be like anything. Like you're in your stay at home and watch Netflix era. You're in your go out and go to the casinos era. Like you could probably make it up for anything. But
Yeah.
it's a phase, I guess.
In my pajamas era.
All right, we're almost done. We got a couple more. How about extra?
Like too much.
Yep.
It's too much.
Do you know what a finsta is?
Finsta. Shark.
No, finsta would be like you probably should have one, but like it's usually like people who's like I shouldn't even say that. People who like have an era and like want people to think they're a certain way, but then they have this crazy other like Instagram account that like only certain people know about that has like things you don't want people to really see on a day-to-day basis kind of thing.
Yeah, like your alter ego.
Or like young kids have it so their parents don't see it, but then they have this crazy like one that like if their parents saw it, they'd kill them.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
my niece about that at Thanksgiving next week.
She
And
probably has one.
we see your Finsta, mother.
Do you know what girl dinner is?
No.
Okay, so girl dinner is like a little get together of all girls where you have like little like appetizers,
Oh,
charcuterie, like stuff
yeah.
like that.
Finger
How about
food, finger sandwiches, cucumber
little
sandwich.
yeah. How about girl math? You know girl math?
Raging guys.
It's like an idea that girls have to justify things that they've gotten or like things
Oh,
that
okay.
they
I like
so
that.
it could be
Get $13,000 Chanel purse. Do the girl math.
right. How about hot girl summer?
Hot girl summer. Jersey Shore.
Hot girl summer is also like it's like almost like an independence phase. It usually happens like in the summer where like a girl breaks up with a guy and all of a sudden she's like this she gets in good shape and she's gone out to dinner and she's doing I mean I could be like saying there's other things that have to
Yeah.
do with hot girl and there was a song with Megan the Stallion that I think said that. I
Oh,
think that's when it got popular. I don't know. How about it's giving? Do you ever hear the phrase "it's giving
it's giving. Like
Vegas vibes"?
oh, it's giving. It's
Like,
it's
yeah,
giving. It's giving. Oh, it's giving.
like, yeah, it's kind of.
It's
I can't
showing
even
off.
have it.
Showing off.
It's like giving a certain feeling of like a certain thing that people remember. Like I've heard
Feelings.
it. Yeah. Um. How about low key?
Yeah, just low key.
Like, I low key didn't want to do this podcast today. It
Right.
kind of means like you're not gonna flat out tell me you didn't want to do it, but like you kind of didn't want to do it.
Okay,
Just,
yeah.
just an
Kind of.
example. How about main character energy?
Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, it's bad vibes.
No, it's actually like you're like the star of the show. You're like energetic and like
Oh, really?
you should be the main character of any
Oh,
group or
mean. I thought you said mean.
oh yeah, that would be the opposite.
Main character energy. Okay,
Like you're probably the main character energy in
main
a group
character.
of people. That's my guess. Um, I think that might be the only other one. Let me just see if I have any others. No, those are good. We did
That's
it.
good.
We did well. You did pretty good actually. More than you got. You got more than I expected you
With
to.
young people, everyone I work around, well, a lot of girls are really young that I work with, so I kind of stay young through them.
Yeah.
They make fun of me. Like I'm at the age now that it's like I'm funny. I'm like a funny old lady.
So is this the same place that you work at
No,
now? That
I was at the Bunny Ranch for 24 years, and then Dennis died. The owner died. I think 6 years ago. 8 years ago, and then and he left it in a trust to Madame Suzette and this CFO, and it just went. It's
job?
absentee ownership, and it's like a prison yard up there now, man. It's like drug cliques and race cliques, and I got shot at.
Really? While you were working? Uh, they missed you?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
And then there was like this standoff for like 4 hours. It was bad, man. We
I
had
think I saw that. I remember that on the news.
yeah,
Yeah.
she shot at me. Got rid of her, but like all her little gang members, friends were still there. I
Uh-huh.
didn't feel safe.
Yeah. You
I
probably
didn't want.
can't
I
answer
mean, it's
this,
an
but
open carry state, but I don't think they would let me carry. Can line up with
you probably
Like
can't
where I'm
answer
at
that.
now is like different. It's so different. Like at the Bunny Ranch, Dennis had us. We would all have to be in the parlor for 12-hour shifts, like the whole time. And
Uh-huh.
a client would come in, and you'd have to, and it'd be like 10 girls to one client, and it'd be real competitive and catty, and everybody knew what everyone was booking. You saw it was really small, contained area. You saw what everyone was doing. Now where I work, it's just like we just run our own business. We don't hustle in the bar. We don't hustle in the parlor. We just take our appointments or we make lineups, and I never have to see anybody if I don't want to. And it's just
Yeah.
it's so much easier. And then plus I go there instead of going to work every day for a 12-hour shift. I'll go for 2 weeks or 1 week. And so I'm there. I know I'm there for 24 hours. I have nothing else to do. So I have one client. I can keep him for way longer and do much more and be much more relaxed and have more time and give much better quality parties there than if I like, oh, I'm on the clock. I'm going to go home. So
Hmm.
it just worked out a lot better for me. I'm really, really happy there.
Where you are.
Yeah.
So how many, like
Yeah.
typically, how many
And that's where I
appointments do you
first
have? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just did it 5 days and I had 4 appointments, which is unusual for me. I don't usually have like an appointment every single day. I don't know, maybe a, maybe an appointment every other day.
Okay.
I don't stay that busy, and
Hmm.
that's fine. You know, that's cool.
So you
I like
probably
to do
can't.
longer, more drawn out parties, and I don't do quickies. Those if you wanted
Yeah.
that, you had 20 years to get that, babe. Okay, those days are gone. You
You've
should have hooked up
matured.
with me. You should have hooked me up. You hooked up a lot sooner than that. You had a long time to get to, but yeah. So
So wait, so yeah, you probably can't answer this, but has there anyone like famous ever come to see you?
yeah, of course, yeah.
And you can't say who they are, right?
I wouldn't
Yeah,
just
that's
out of
good.
respect. I wouldn't.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, except.
there's always an except.
There's one. Okay. Whenever Dennis would go to Los Angeles, he'd go out to dinner with Jimmy Kimmel, and
Hmm.
I didn't even realize who he was really. But
Yeah.
every time he would call me, like, Amy, talk to Jimmy. Jimmy wants you to piss in his mouth. I'm like, what? Did I do that? Did I, why does he say that? Did this happen? And he wants it again? I don't get it. But,
I don't know.
oh, yeah, there you go. Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy
Wants
Kimmel. All
to piss
right.
in his mouth.
Oh, wow. All right. We're going to play another. So wait. No, actually, before we do that. So have you ever been married?
No. No.
Okay. Have you ever had a boyfriend?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. During quarantine, I went on the
Okay.
Match.com and I got a boyfriend. I felt mad being in love.
For how long?
It was great, man. It was great. I was like, love songs made sense. It was just like, like, wow. And then I was like, well, why are there breakup songs? And then I broke up and I'm like, oh, I get it now.
So in your whole life, he was basically the only boyfriend you've had?
Yeah.
And
I dated one guy outside, a guy from work at once he wanted to date me and I told him, I said, I don't date. You have to, you have to get engaged to be married. So he got me like this, I mean, 5 carat diamond. We got engaged, and then that man like desecrated me. He did dirtier, nastier things to me every time in the bedroom than anyone ever did in my entire career. And I could probably live with that. These kids were rotten, man. They're too rotten to the core. I was like, I can't. I'm gonna kill these kids. I don't ever want to see them again. The fuck, we need to knock their heads together. What the hell's going on here? So yeah, that didn't work out.
wait, so the one that you met on Match.com, that was during COVID?
Yeah, yeah.
Where did you meet the first time?
At Sportsman's Warehouse.
Is that like a sports bar?
No, Sportsman's Warehouse where you
Where
get
you buy
sports.
like equipment?
Yeah, because I
You had
said,
your date at a store?
yeah, well, that way, okay, so um, Comet Neowise was in the disguise at the time. I wanted to see Comet Neowise, right?
Okay.
That was that summer. And I couldn't, and I would take my ATV and go way out into like the playa and the desert stuff. I could never see it. So I thought, well, maybe when you go up over Truckee and over the Sierras, and I just thought maybe that's where I could see it. And this guy said he had a motorcycle. I said, oh yeah, let's take the motorcycle and go find a comet. And he said, well, we need binoculars. I said, okay. So our first date was at Sportsman's Warehouse to get binoculars.
How long were you there for?
At Sportsman's Warehouse.
Yeah.
Well, I could get an idea of whether he was like, if he was cheap or not
You
too.
wanted to feel him out, so you took him
Like,
there.
what kind of binoculars would he buy? My binoculars? What kind of binoculars did he get? No, I ended up buying my own binoculars. Like,
Yeah.
I gave him so many passes, right? Because I just thought I was going to be in love so badly. I just gave him so many passes, man. Love is blind. Love is so blind. That's for sure. So we got on the motorcycle and we went to go find the comet, but we stopped at dinner and then it just started downpouring, right? Just like, so we canceled the ride. And then like, I don't know, after dinner, I was like, I have something to tell you. Or actually I told him, all right, we went to the Sportsman's Warehouse, we got binoculars, then we went to get non-fat yogurt, or what's that? Wait, what's that called? Yogurt beach.
Frozen yogurt?
Butchie, come on, butts. And we went to get, and then we walked around the park, and I was like, well, I actually have something to tell you. He goes, oh, wait, save it for tonight. I'm like, so we're at dinner, and I go, okay, so I have something to tell you. And he's like, what? I go, well, I have a stage name. It's Airforce Amy. She's a really famous prostitute. He's like, what? I go, my stage name is Airforce Amy. She's a really famous legal prostitute. He goes, what is he doing with me? You're famous. Right? I'm like,
Did he Google you after that?
he knew who I was.
Oh, he did know. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't recognize me or put two and two together until I
But
told him.
once he heard the name, he
Once
knew.
we put it together, he was like, "Oh wow!" So he never considered me like, and at the time, I had been like, "Well, I'm going to retire. I mean, what else do you need? 24 years in a pandemic. You know, what else do you need? You know, yeah, time done." And so I was going to just retire, and he was all good with that, and we were going to write this book, do all this stuff, da 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 da, and he never, he never looked at me like as a prostitute. He just always
Hmm.
looked at me as famous, and I never looked at
Right.
myself like that. I always look at myself like a prostitute, you know. And I'm like, you know, you know, I know what I am, you know, and I never consider myself famous. And I'll moniker myself online. I can write all kinds of stuff like a celebrity prostitute, but I never feel that way. I don't feel like a celebrity. Except I could tell you something right now. I feel like so like just 1 degree away from the president of the United States.
You do?
I am, yeah. Because check it. Um,
Go ahead.
honestly, look at
Yeah.
like really good friends with Tucker Carlson. He came out to the ranch, he was on the campaign trail with Ron Paul, and
Okay.
Dennis took myself and Brooke Taylor with Tucker to the rally, the Ron Paul rally, where there was like 12 people. And I asked for a picture with Ron Paul, and he wouldn't give me a picture. He wouldn't take a picture with me. And I guess you can see all over my face was just like, it's dejected.
Hmm.
So he wrote this article and he wrote about it, right? And also we spent, we went to lunch and stuff. And so I'm chapter 3 in his book, because he has to kind of explain how he knows this pimp Dennis Hoff, this prostitute Airforce Amy, right? So it's explained in the book. But Dennis used to text him every night, and then Dennis died, and I thought, well, I can stay in touch with Tucker and uphold the tradition. And honestly, like Dennis was the only real like strong male figure in my life.
Hmm.
There was no dad, no nothing. And then so when Dennis died, the only other person I knew that was like a strong male figure was like Tucker. So I just started texting with Tucker and letting him know what's going on. I let him know, hey, I fell in love. He said, oh, that's great. Like, his mother hates me. Oh, she's dumb. So I just stayed, and it's just, like when he was on Fox, you could see I would text him when he said something funny, and you'd see him like laughing on there, So we just remained, he's just so down to earth and such a good guy that, he'll take time to text me, and I feel really special and really important like that, And then
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, he came out to the Bunny Ranch twice. I was on the Man Cow show, so he
On the
knows
what?
the
He
Man
was.
Cow show. Remember the Man Cow?
Yeah.
Okay, so it used to be Jimmy Kimmel and Joe Rogan, but at the time it was Joe Rogan and Joel McHale. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
right. So Joe Rogan, he doesn't know, but he knows me. So I know 2 of those people in that administration right there, right now. Okay, like that close. So you know what I did? I was like, you know what? My platform is that close to the president. I need to do something with it. So yesterday, I get on Grok. Like on Sundays, I go on Grok and I just ask questions. And first I came up with "Make Love Great Again," like "Make America Great Again," "Make Love Great
Makes
Again."
sense.
But then I came up with "Let Freedom Ring," or Grok helped me come up with "Let Freedom Ring," human trafficking awareness. So I'm putting together a website, and it's going to be about human trafficking awareness and the differences between human trafficking and sex trafficking, consensual sex workers, non-consensual sex workers, identifying and reporting non-consensual sex workers, all the different places that they can be found. And I'm going to put roundtables together with women from all parts of the industry, all parts of the the national organizations. So I'm listing all the organizations, the hotlines, and the safe houses, the girls that I know that run these safe houses. I'm going to put us in a round table and just start beating heads about, what can we do to make escorting and sex working, either more safe, what to do about these SESTA FOSTA laws, what would we do about human trafficking, and just put our heads together and try to put a dent into this human trafficking, and how can we be of service and help find these 300,000 children, and what do we do with them afterwards, and not just the children, but I mean, just really just try and get this, it's such a gray area, and it's just so still marginalized. Like even in the last administration, you had so many different marginalized groups got their voices to be heard through like terrorist acts, like like that. But I'm just gonna gather information and then go ask Elon and say, hey, this is happening all over your platform, and this is what we came up with. Can we give you this information, run it through your genius brain, and come back and give us something that we can work with? So I don't know. Is that stupid?
No, it's worth a shot. It's a good cause. But I don't know if it'll work, but why not try?
No.
It's worth trying.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
it might.
I think it will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, God didn't. I mean, He didn't bring me this far to drop me on my ass. I've been in this industry for this long. And it's like, how can Joe and Tucker get up there with the president? I'm still in a whorehouse. Where did I go wrong?
It could be your chance.
I didn't get clean and sober soon enough. I got 7 years under my belt, and this guy's got like 30. I should have a long time ago. But I think I'm just, everything happens for a reason. I'm in the right spot at the right time, and I feel really inspired, and I think something good is going to come out of that.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, another game. Say you did have a boyfriend, or you were just going on a date. I'm gonna name 5 the cast. What's
Hey, but you What?
I'm gonna name 5 places that you could go on a date, and you have to blindly rate them. So like, if I say one and you say number 2, we're gonna put them in order, basically, of where you would want to go on a date if you were going on a date in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First one I'll give you would be relax on a gondola ride at the Venetian.
That's
One's
almost
the best, is the worst.
one. I've done it. It's so romantic. It's
Like
really
it.
cute, really romantic. I like it.
All right, so that's one. Next one would be a couples massage at one of the Vegas luxury spas.
Oh yeah, number 1.
You already picked one. Should we go 2?
Well, a lot of guys won't do massage, so that has to go down to like number 4. I mean, the majority of men won't even do massage. Yeah.
Okay. How about attend a concert at Sphere?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Yeah.
How about
Because look.
Have you done it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been to the U2 experience. That was so cool. It's like they really it looks really real. Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't the U2, it was the experience. So it was the hologram. It was weird. We were all like, are we supposed to clap like at the end of a song? Like, this is weird. Do we clap? But it was good.
Yeah.
And then also the postcards from space. That was good, except it was like it's guilt trip about us not taking care of the planet.
Okay. How about attend the Golden Knights hockey game?
Oh, I love the Golden Knights, man. That's my team.
You're putting everything at number 1 and 2.
I love the Golden Knights. Yeah, I love BJK, man. And then they like the Win has even like their own space in the stadium too, that you can get like this
Yeah,
VIP treatment. Yeah, but I love
yeah.
taking. Yeah,
I've never been to a Vegas Knights game, but I heard they're fun to
they're
go.
good. Yeah,
Yeah. And then the last one would be dine in the Eiffel Tower.
number 5.
All right, at least we put something at the bottom.
Yeah, that and the link. I would not do the link. I don't do that. Like
Nah.
with all those people in big one ball with the, no,
Yeah.
no.
So what do you like about living in Nevada?
I like where I live because I get 4 seasons. So right now there's already snow up in Tahoe,
Uh,
and the leaves are all on the ground. It's really pretty. I get 4 seasons, um, and I like no taxes, and I like that we're eccentric, and
the
we're rested.
people?
We're hardworking people. It just seems like good salt of the earth type people. You
Hmm.
know, and Vegas. I love living in northern Nevada in a rural area, right? And it's pretty rural. I'm like an hour away from the airport, and but I like going to Vegas to go to work because it's not my day going in. I go to like I go to the spas, and then I go to dinners. I love steakhouses. I'm a steakhouse aficionado,
Yeah, I
and
like them too.
man, the best one. I always my brain he always wants to say cattle, but it's not. It's a golden steer.
Okay,
I just did the golden steer
it's
um
good.
like a month ago. It's a 4 to 6 month wait to get in there, but you can go stand in line at 4:30 and see if you can get in. I stood in line for 10 minutes and got
They
right in.
don't they
The
don't
people,
let you in?
hmm?
You don't get special treatment?
Well, no, I used to. I used to in Vegas. Everyone knew who I was, man. Back when the show was on, it was just like being rich and famous, man. It
Yeah.
was cool. Now people just mistake me for like, Dolly Parton.
Well, she probably gets in a lot of places.
I'm like, Dolly. I was at the Palms casino once, and Holly from the Girls Next Door, she had a show going on,
Hmm.
and at the same time I saw her, I was like, Holly. These other people are yelling at me, Dolly. That's funny.
Don't go to Nashville.
Yeah. I was supposed to do a cameo of Dolly on this show. I think it was on TNT, and it was a parody of Star Trek. Do you remember that show?
Oh, I do remember. I don't remember what it was called, but I think I remember
Yeah,
that
it
show.
was a parody of Star Trek, and there was this one planet where the women, Dolly Parton was like their leader, was their god, and they
Okay.
didn't really know who she was. But so Star Trek, the Enterprise, they were going to show these, and their national anthem was 9 to 5, and it was just like all Dolly. So they were going to do a show an interview of Dolly Parton to the people on the planet, and she was supposed to come on the TV screen. And I auditioned for it, and I got the part, but they didn't
Never
use it.
happened.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
the same thing happened with like Game Over, man. I was in that movie too, and they didn't use my part. They didn't use my. But I still get paid. I still get royalties. It's cool.
that's good.
Yeah.
I was on one TV show once. Um, I recorded it for like an entire day, and they put 4 seconds of me in it. And it was a reality TV show, and I did it for
Yeah.
my brother. But it literally recorded the whole day. I even went out and they wanted me to get Philadelphia cheesesteaks
Mhm.
because it was like the theme of the episode, Philadelphia, I guess. And I just like went to like we were out in the suburbs where we filmed it, and I just like went to the local like cheesesteak place, which isn't really like Philadelphia cheesesteaks, and we didn't even eat them. Everything we did was like not on the show.
Right. All the good stuff, not on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is there anything you don't like about Nevada?
Um, Probably in Las Vegas, crime,
Yeah.
crime. Yeah.
What's where you live? What's like the average priced house?
Um, Probably, it's like 8 to 9. It's not at a million yet, man.
But it's
And
that
it's,
high.
yeah. And that's
Is
out in
it
the
the
middle of
land? Is it the land or the houses are big or both?
my house is 3,200 square feet and it's worth like 720.
Okay.
So, I mean, in Vegas, it'd be $1 million. Anywhere else, it'd be $1 million home, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, I think that's why that list, when I was reading, a lot of people are leaving because the prices in Vegas are like
Yeah, it's
going up.
just stupid, And I'm looking at would I get a house in Vegas and I don't like anything for less than 1.2 or 1.5. And I go, I could take that same money to Idaho and really get a spread, man, Fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you could move anywhere other than Nevada, where would you move to?
I like this place in Texas called Lake, is it Lakewoods Forest? It's south of Houston. It's really, really, really nice. Yeah.
Okay.
But then, then you have hurricanes. So, you
Right.
know, I don't know if I like Tennessee or not. I think I like Tennessee. And still, again, you get hurricanes. California, I mean, it's just a joke with property tax. Now, I don't even go, I used to go to Beverly Hills for plastic surgery and cosmetic surgery and all these. I don't even do that anymore. I won't pay their taxes, their room tax, this tax, and that tax. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
It used to be, a beautiful place to go live in La Jolla or San Diego, Carmel. Now,
I was
shot.
just in Carmel this summer. It was actually nice, but
Yeah.
the cities, LA is just different.
Yeah.
San Fran is different than it's
I want to go there. I won't go
yeah,
there ever again.
it wasn't the
Yeah.
greatest.
They
Yeah.
decimated it, man. They just destroyed it.
Yeah. Um so tell me one of your most memorable stories on your job.
um, I do a lot of podcasts, and I probably tell the same story. So I'm trying to think of a different story. Besides, but pool toy guy always comes to mind. Pool toy guy.
What is
Pool toy.
that?
So I worked at this place, and it was like one of the end of the road houses you would go to. It was just, I mean, there was no windows in the place. There are two windows that big. There's bullet holes in it. It was bad. I mean, it was the end of the road, man. And the guy that ran it, he went to prison. The guy that ran it, he'd be like, if you couldn't walk any customers, the the least amount they would take would be $80. And if you didn't do this $80, he would, and somebody else did, he would take it from your books and put it on theirs. So not only, yeah, so you get fined,
You lose money.
it's crazy. So this guy comes in and he just stinking to high heaven, man. I'm just like, oh my God, this fucker's going to pick me. And I'm giving him the dirtiest look like, don't pick me. And I said to the girl, and he had like this comb over. And I said to the girl next to me, I said, man, that fucker picks me. I'm going to have his hair standing straight up. Pick me. I go back to my room. He stank so bad. I'm like, put your clothes outside the door. And he had $80, and I'm like, and he wanted to take a shower. I'm like, that's even more time. Just shit outside the door, go take a fucking shower. And so we're just going, so bent over and just going at it, and nothing. He's like, you want me to show you how I do it? Yeah, right, well, fucking me, show me how you do it. And I'm like, nothing happens. And he goes he says, do you want me to go out to my truck and get my pool toy? And I didn't understand what he said. And I'm like, whatever the fuck you got to do, by all means, go get your fucking whatever you got to get.
Yeah.
He goes and gets this fucking yellow dinosaur pool toy, like it goes around. He's got this dinosaur head. It's yellow and it's a ring on it. And I'm figuring he wants me to put this on while he fucks me. So I put it on and bend over. I'm like, he's like, nothing's happening. I'm like, motherfucker. He goes, let me show you how I do it. I'm like, by all fucking means, show me how you fucking do it. So he puts this pool toy on this floor and he starts fucking. And mind you, my bed is like right here, my sink is right here, and I have my lube right here. And I take this lube and I put my hand, and he's fucking this pool toy. He's going just, and every time he'd look up, I'd pull his hair up so his hair would be like this. He's fucking his pool toy, putting his hair down. Fuck his pool and putting his hair down. I mean, after that point, you just gotta make this shit funny, right?
Probably.
Get done. I'm like, what the fucking fuck was that? What the fuck how did you fucking come up with a pool toy? And he's like, well, I'm a long distance truck driver and I used to use latex dolls and they're just too cumbersome and take too long to blow up and I just like the latex. I'm like, makes sense to me. I've never seen another fucking pool toy in my life. You have to pull your own.
Never heard that one before.
Yeah.
So the people that were on the TV show, do you talk to any of them still, or?
No, not really. Like, Brooke, she went home to her mom in Illinois. Bunny went home to her mom in Oregon. And who else is there? Sunset Thomas, no. Isabella Soprano, last I
Is
heard,
that a
had
good name?
no. She was like America's sweetheart, and she did the nastiest, the dirtiest stuff in porn. She did like all these like, multiracial gangbangs and cum swap and all kinds of crazy. But she was like America's sweetheart. She never even really worked there. I'm like, she fucking, fuck. But she's on an organic farm in like Maine or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's
Candy
next?
Parker, she's back there.
She's where?
She's back at the
really?
venue. After I quit, I had like that top spot right there. They put her in there. But I mean, yeah. She fits in with the crowd they have there now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard she's sober, so I hope so.
Good. So what's your future plans in life?
I'm doing this airforceamy.org.
That's what you just told me about?
Yeah, that's just telling you about.
Okay.
I want to, figure out. I really want to investigate all about this sex trafficking and the cartels and how they're coming in here and what we can do to combat it. There's got to be something we can do, and then and especially aftercare. What's the aftercare for these people? What do we do now? So that's where I'm going. I mean, even if it's just like, I know Annie Lobert with Destiny House in Las Vegas, and I'd love to work with her. We have another group up here called Awaken, but they hate us. But the first thing they said when we went into quarantine, they're like, "We're not taking any of the girls from the brothels." We weren't asking.
Right.
So yeah, I'm looking at doing something along the lines of seeing what can be done, what I can do to help out with sex trafficking. I would love to get on board with the new border czar man and go find those kids. I would love to work for him. But I don't do one.
They don't want you.
I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna do what I can.
Yeah. Well, it's a good cause. And wait, so you're telling me when you go to work in Vegas, you drive 8 hours each time?
No, I said fly, and then I keep a car there as well.
Okay.
So I keep a car parked near the airport for like $3 a day, and then just
okay. Yeah. So how much is a flight? How much is a flight from you to live to Vegas?
Well, I'm waiting for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and I get them all at once.
For the year?
Yeah. That they let you get like 3, and then you have to go through hoops and get more. But I mean, it should be. They're usually like, if I paid full price, it'd be like 500 round trip, 400 round trip. But I won't. I'll pay like 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I always do this really rotten trick. I do something really bad.
What?
Well, I'm a disabled vet. I'm 110% disabled, right? They pay me 80%, and you can get a pre-board ticket and go on
80% of, wait, I'm sorry, 80% of what?
80%
For
of
like
the.
a,
I'm 110% disabled if you add everything up, but they pay me 80%.
okay.
So I'm a
Okay.
disabled vet. I get full health care. So, but you can go like, instead of paying for first class, I always fly first class, except Southwest Airlines doesn't have that because it's just, a commuter flight. So what I
Mhm.
do is, I go pre-board as a disabled vet. They go, do you need a certain seat? And I go, yeah, because I do, because I'm small, like I'm 110 pounds, right? And no matter what, I'll sit at the window seat, and then another woman will sit in the aisle seat, and then some big ass guy,
Always.
6'4", gets in the middle seat, and I'm all like this. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, you're too big." you know. So they said, "You need a certain seat." I'm like, "Yes, I need a certain seat."
And it
Because
worked.
I have PTSD. I don't like to be like locked in this guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
So,
long were you in the
5
Air
years.
5?
5 years, yeah. My last duty station was Las Vegas.
Okay. What
hmm
was the first one?
Um, Clark Air Base in the Philippines.
Oh,
So I was there for the Marcos Revolution, but they don't consider it a wartime. So, like, I don't get to go to VFW or anything, or combat pay or anything. But I fucking discharged my weapon. Man. We were like, it was burnt, decapitated bodies, or bullets
oh
flying. It was shit. No war here.
man. So we've done a lot. Do you have anything you want to ask me or talk about specifically
Oh, you're
before?
so cute.
Oh, thank you.
How's the
Thank you.
housing?
Now I'm blushing. I'm gonna blush for the rest of the time. But
How's the housing market in Philly?
it's interesting. Well, it's like they're in the city of Philadelphia. There's a lot of houses for sale, and they're going a little slower than they were when the rates were low. But if you like go outside, like into the suburbs, they're like just going immediately, no matter almost whatever you price them at. They're
I
just
mean,
there's not a
people got to be moving from New York, right?
lot of New Yorkers are moving here, and even just a lot of people are moving from New York to rent. Um, yeah, we get. I think that's probably where most people come from.
Did you see like that thing that they did with Peanut the squirrel, and Fred the raccoon in New
No,
York, and the animal control? They were like these Instagram or social media stars, and a jealous social media lady, she influencer wannabe, she reported that these wild animals were in this guy's house. The guy was all built. He had like his package like this big. I mean, it wasn't totally about Peanut the squirrel, trust me.
uh,
He was packing a lot more than some peanuts, okay? So she reports him, and the animal control comes, and they bust in their house, and they tossed it with like 20 agents. They tossed it for like 5 hours, and they took the Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon and euthanized them. And it was just like this huge uproar. I mean, even like Don Jr. talked about it in one of the last
really?
rallies. Justice for Peanut. And Judge Perot's all about it. She's all like, yeah. So now there's Peanut's law that you have to wait 72 hours before they can something. But anyhow, someone made a meme coin out of Peanut. And man, if you would have put like $20 on it when it first came out, it would be worth like $440,000 right now.
Wow.
This is like 3 weeks, 2 weeks after like 2 weeks.
Jeez. We missed out.
I got the T-shirt, Justice for Peanut. I didn't get the fucking meme coin.
And you
What the
make
fuck?
any
I'm
money.
always gonna be in a whorehouse. What? What? Give me the break, man. Fucking, I got the T-shirt, not the meme coin. Ah,
All right, I guess we've covered a lot. Unless there's anything else you want to say, do you want to tell people how they could like find you or?
yeah, airforceamy.com, and email me or just go to my website and click contact and look at my dates and come see me at the Chicken Ranch. Enjoy my
And
OnlyFans. Sometimes I post.
you're on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Um, well, since you brought that up, how much money do people make on OnlyFans? I've heard such conflicting
You know,
stories.
you work your ass off. I mean, you work your ass off and work all the angles on it. You could easily make 10 grand a month.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, but I charge $25 a month, and for like 100 followers, like 2,500 a month, right? If I had 1,000 followers, I'd be making 25,000 a month, 20,000 a month. It's just, what I lack is consistency. I
Right.
work hard, and I have like ADD. I work really hard, and then I stop. I rest. I'm like, I'm tired. I go for blasts. I'm like a quarter horse, not a thoroughbred.
Yeah. Well, I feel like most people in life are like that. Like,
And
if
the
you can
really
get out of
successful,
that.
consistent,
Hmm.
or hire the right people. I can't hire the right people. Everyone fucks me over.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's hard too.
yeah.
But
But
anyway,
I have
what?
another. So I'm going to do my airforceamy.org and see what can be done about sex trafficking. Hey, you want to meet my cat? Usually he comes up here.
Yeah,
Say hi. Say hi, Butchie. Hey.
how old's your cat? Cute.
He's 8 years old. Look at
Okay.
his spots.
Wait, so when you go to work, who watches the cat, or do you just let it?
No, my friends come over.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a kitty sitter.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I think we've learned a lot.
Yeah.
You kept me laughing the entire time, so you did a
Thanks.
good job.
Thank
And
you.
we'll talk soon and see how this goes.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
See you. Have a good night.